Hey, how's it going? Today, 17th of January, Wednesday. We'll take a look at the market and what kind of opportunities are available in the market. It's something that I was taking a look at. That would be Woodlands Ambassador Program, something that I was taking a look at. Hopefully, I can find the responsible person within this program so we can lift all the projects off the ground, right? So that would be great. As well as I might need to find the research institute so we can perhaps can do interesting things, new things that haven't been done yet, but I cannot even start until I have a green light by perhaps local authority, so that everyone's good. We can progress. Let's take a look at perhaps establishing work relationships overseas, right? How to chat to a number of organizations up there, and as of now, I have response only from Hong Kong about the process of working together, then sourcing perhaps talent and or working with talented people. Where can I find those? I believe everyone working as of now within UK, everyone's busy, everyone's taken. Uh, I can see myself 5 steps ahead of myself, if that makes sense. So if everyone's taking, there might be some trauma and problems, right? If I can reduce those problems. I can bring someone, he can get the work done. Everyone's good, we can progress. I don't know, I hope the process is gonna be straightforward like that. And within today's video, let's take a look at UK's critical imports and supply chain strategy. Let's try to understand the strategy and what was outlined today. This announcement was made today, and let's try to understand a little bit better. UK first critical imports and supply chain strategy aims to build resilient supply chain and safeguard critical imports. Something I was covering previously. I have taken a look at first strategy of its kind and what was outlined within the strategy. If there was a committee that was set up in the first instance. 9 months later, they have published their work. I have reviewed when it was set up. I have reviewed 9 months later work what was published, and perhaps now we're taking a look at policy paper. Let's try to understand what it would be covering. That would be the Department for Business and Trade. I think I have reached out to this department yesterday and trying to understand what would be the process and of finance and perhaps receiving necessary approvals before people can work on some of the projects. So I have reached out to them yesterday. So again, this process, can we reduce this process to weeks, not months? Before I can let anyone to work on the projects, not necessarily UK's national. Perhaps we need to put together a thing where they need to be approved all the people who can work on any of the projects. There might be something within the strategy as well that I don't know of. I haven't read it yet. I'm reading it for the first time. But I think that might be the problems, right? And myself, when it comes to intellectual property and protecting intellectual property, there might be some issues there. So what I'm saying is it's very complex. That's what I'm saying. The process can be very complex. If I can, I'll look into perhaps reduce necessary burden and or information and protect people before entering some of those agreements, so no one will get in trouble, right? I wish it would be a sandbox, if that makes sense, right? I haven't read it yet, but I wish it was a sandbox where we can let a couple of people in and we can see so no one will get affected by the work is being done, right? Would be sort of sandbox kind of principle that we could potentially build the system and software. They will not necessarily need a person of doing anything. That would be better. But let's take a look at what this perhaps a group of people put together. The events of recent years have severely disrupted the global supply chains, which we rely on for our critical imports. In a rapidly changing world of UK needs to adapt to these challenges and seize opportunities to ensure the reliable flow of vital goods that underpin our prosperity. So when we take a look at supply chain, that would be beginning. So that's a step one, right? So if you have those natural or resource critical minerals, whatever, that's a step one, right? Then you need to refine it. Then you need to manufacture. Then you need to distribute it. Then you need to sell it. It's just a step one where we are as of now. And yesterday I was taking a look at establishing working relationship. Perhaps there's a company, something that's called Raw Materials within Europe. Perhaps there's an institution there, as well as I was taking a look at perhaps deep sea mining. That's an option there that we're taking a look at. 70% of land mass is under sea, so perhaps there's a lot of ground to cover there. There might be some promising projects there. I have taken a look at Canadians and or perhaps Norwegian projects, right? But there's a lot of pushback. Why not to that? So, but what I'm saying, there's several examples there. The critical imports and supply chain strategy helps UK businesses to build secure and reliable supply chains, which are vital to UK's economic prosperity, national security, the delivery of essential services. From there, we're going to progress to the strategy sets out how government will work with business and international partners across 5 priorities. Okay? 5 seems like a lot, but perhaps there's a very complex subject, right? Making UK government a center of excellence for supply chain analysis and risk assessment. Okay? Number 2, removing critical import barriers to support the UK's business-friendly environment. Okay. Number 3, building the UK response to global supply chain shocks. Okay, so the contingency plans are having those in place. Okay, let's progress. Number 4, ensuring UK can adapt to long-term trends. Okay. Data collecting. Oh, that's how I understood it. Collecting a lot of data and preparing and bracing themselves for things to come. I have seen it so far. Seems that people kind of know what they're doing when it comes to projecting what will be required when it comes to energy demand and challenges that will bring. So even that, it seems that people do understand what they're doing. That's acknowledgement there. Let's progress to number 5. Expanding collaboration between government, business, and academia. Okay, I thought it was it's something that hasn't been covered so far. That would be international, perhaps partnerships. I don't know if that was covered or no. But if anything, that's very centric approach, I guess. But overall, I guess it's great. That's a great strategy. There's 25 points, right? The strategy is the first of its kind about the build of the integrated review refresh, advanced manufacturing plan, and the recent semiconductor barriers and critical strategies. I can cover those in more detail, but perhaps this video might be too long. I can cover perhaps one of those. Let's start with one and break this whole article apart. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a course that will be 12 points that I'm looking to share within this course. Hopefully, that would be enough to set a necessary framework where to begin and how to approach any task and how to establish goals and working on yourselves, and that will be overall personal development course where to begin. Most of those things, if not all, haven't been taught in school. I had to learn it for myself, and I'll look into bringing your own attention and understanding to those things within this course. This is named a few areas that will be how to set targets, how to structure goals, and how to have a budget if it's not something that you have done in the past or have spent any time thinking about it. That will be very important areas to cover. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If not, there's going to be a QR code in the corner and the company's website below. Overall, if there's a quick feedback, right? If there would be any organizations, I would reach out to those organizations. Even yesterday, I have reached out to see that mining institution or something like that. There's a body there that should grant permissions for people to take action and or explore seabed when it comes to natural resources. And I had a response that person is on holidays. Person's holiday having person having fun somewhere of that. They're knocking to the door. I'm just saying. That's overall feedback. I'll cover those in more detail. I think worth taking a look at strategies and set targets, right? And how people within the UK's government going to be working towards achieving some of those targets. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.